this is the continuous class of web development. Of course, we learned how to do the setup, how to install Visual Studio, and how to install add-ons that may be of essence in Visual Studio, especially the add-on for live preview and the add-on for community themes. So for this now we want to go straight, launch your Visual Studio Code, and then we already created on the previous project, we already created the folder Smart Kids Academy, and then now we created the three folders inside CSS, IMG, and JS. Then we created some three files, some three HTML files, and we put the content. So now we are going straight to coding. So we are going to start with the index file. Somewhere inside the body of the index file, I'd like us first to start with a tag that helps in centering content. We call it the center tag. So you just say center, then from there we are going to type the tag for creating a heading, because I want us to create some title. So inside H1 you can have something like welcome to Smart Kids Academy. That is a welcome note inside an H1. H1 is a title. So for titles, you have H1, H2, H3, H4, H5. H1 being the largest, and then the smallest being H6. So you can have H1, and then now you can see how H1 looks like. Uh, this is it. It's a title by itself. In case you want a smaller one, then you can play around with the rest. Like you realize that H3 is a bit smaller than H1. It's good to use small letters when you are coding. Let me say H what? H3. H3. Then I type some message, maybe school motto in pursuit of excellence. So that is in an H3. So you can preview and see what you've done. So you realize that H3 is a bit smaller than H1. There's a tag that helps text to scroll. I think I can introduce it here. We call it marquee tag. So I can introduce marquee somewhere here. Then I make sure that my H3 is inside the marquee tag. So the whole of that, you realize that now it has been given the effect of scrolling. So you can add some more tag. I want to maybe enclose the two, or right immediately before the marquee, I can just decide to draw a line. So you draw a line using HR. HR, you realize it's an open tag. You don't close, so there you go. I can also have another HR down here, and then you realize that yes, this is what I wanted to achieve. So yeah, from there I can do the same to the rest of the pages. I can go still to contact page, and I use center tag. Inside the center tag I have H1. Inside the H1 I can have my welcome note there. Welcome to Smart Kids Academy, something like that. Then after that, I want to replicate the rest of the things exactly the way they are in my first index page. So that's the next page, and of course, I will also do the same to the third page. Remember, web development is all about creativity. So you imagine something, then now you need to know which code you're going to type to achieve what you have just imagined. Contact, services, index. I think those are my three pages, and they are all yeah. At the top part, they more or less look the same. Now, the other thing that I'd like to do is I want to instruct my three pages where to be getting the styles from, because at some point we may want these pages to have some background. We may want maybe an h1 to have some text, color, or maybe some interesting stuff with styling. So let me go straight to the